kind. I never wash my hands. A 3-day growth of rain. When we suddenly had to build sewers, etc. I can remember getting burnt. I remember getting sunburnt. But I haven't been burnt very many times. I used to burn my hands, like when I was cooking. On the Argo, we had this Argo and the fat would jump out of the pan and it would always get everywhere. And we used to cook our own meals from when we were really young, because I think my mother just kind of gave up after a while, and so I'd always do this sort of little 8-year-old girl sort of trying to fry some bacon. Well, maybe not 8, I mean maybe a little older, but I was always burning myself on the oven because it was an Argo, it was on all the time. So it was always hot.
Blue light in the London skyline, by the way. Edgar will always tell you that reminds him of the night he got drunk and thought the moon had exploded just for him.
To collect those.
You can always roll a second paper over the top of the original cigarette. Did you know that?
Yeah, but then aren't you just smoking loads of paper?
Yeah, but you're smoking, period. What do you kind of get less risky? But
every little counts. Stood in the lake with a wet shirt. And once they realise you're not going to sleep with them, they just don't talk to you anymore. I mean, race car driver left his car, walked off. She's landed near Cornforth. I guess maybe when I'm happier I drink less. To make yourself kind. You know, walking in parks, it's all very nice for a little bit. And then you're like, yeah, it's a tree and there's some leaves and it's autumn and that's incredibly lovely, but my fingers are white. To act only kindly. You know, you're probably having quite an interesting conversation about something. The germs aren't there. They aren't there. I guess I am you. Walked in on the hardcore drunks. Hey, what are you up to? My speculation. There's talk of germs, it's just a scaremonger is making money. He was like, he gave me a 3. He gave us a 3 out of 5. Hi. A necessary transformation of the shopkeeper with the one shop. My pants cuffs?
so that's awfully cynical.
I'm not cynical. I'm incredibly... In fact, I have a theory about myths. You see, what it is, I'm constantly disappointed. But it's not because I'm cynical, it's because I'm an optimist. Because I always think something amazing is going to happen, and then it doesn't. And then I get disappointed. So the fact that I'm so sad all the time is not because I'm a pessimist or a cynic or because I'm down on life. It's just because I think life is amazing and I'm always expecting something amazing to happen, like someone to give me a present, to be whisked off to Cairo or, I don't know, Jerusalem and have this amazing time. Every Christmas and every birthday I expect someone's going to give me something amazing or something amazing is going to happen and then it doesn't. So I'm not cynical, I'm an incredible optimist.
But cynical about the park.
Cynical about the park? Well, I think the park is beautiful, but things are only beautiful for so long before you get tired of them, right? I mean, the Mona Lisa or whatever, pick your favourite piece of art, for example. I mean, it's beautiful, but you couldn't just sit there and stare at it for more than like a couple of hours. And if you did, I don't know, maybe you'd have a problem. I'm just saying. I mean, that's beautiful. The crows. I think they're much maligned. See, everybody says they sound really creepy, but I kind of like it. It kind of sounds all like apocalyptic and scary. It makes me think something really exciting is going to happen.
Which it never does.
Money from a collective human trauma back in the 18th century. At least I'm not mad anymore. I used to be mad, and that was bad. Cool. Oh, by the way, thank you for Sunday. Hi, can you hear me? Oh, you just disappeared a little bit. Once we got the 3, I was like, it's time to go. We've got a 3. Oh, yeah. I think she met him at something, and he came across as being quite arrogant. But then I suppose you would be if...
Here's a question, kiddo. Might you amass your fortune blue when the puddle quickens before and the frost patterns like nightmare scopes of scapes? I'm just asking that about this here modern painting, kiddo. Kiddo, they only got the one bench in this museum of yours, and you'll see old fellas inching onto it and then inching their bottoms closer and closer to the bottoms of Japanese girls. Don't ever grow up that way, kiddo. This little kiddo will only require a 5-minute shower, a 1-minute shave, 5 minutes with the toothbrush, fruit all day and vegetables besides, and nothing else besides a steady supply of notebooks with which to keep track of his kid-like moments. But just back then, the kiddo stood blue-black boots, making melancholy in the stretch of water and the floating toy. Sorry, kiddo, it's modern art's got my head wanting to nod on everything at the same time. Anyway, what do you reckon they get up to there out there on the lake near Passamall? Looks like they put Meter Brown in a quiet lye green dress and give him a muscle or two with some black makeup and set him out in the canoe as long as night you might dream down, die, lovely too. Did they really stupefy themselves into undue happiness by living on an island and crossing down each night into fabric?
Does that piss you off?
Yeah. The yells from the nanny being fired. The yells from the nanny. Jerry was so sweet to me, but I didn't feel like the trek. Or say you go camping just so you can have a cleaner place to drink alcohol. The newspaper note said the one drug dealer. The single one on this bitter island has been nabbed. Exercise your right to fight a futile fight. Drive the key to the cabin, etc., etc. Are the germs near the door from the shoes? Maybe I'll wait until there's a big hole behind you and you can fall down it.
Can I bum one of your smokes?
I knew a fella. He used to carry poisonous cigarettes so he would poison bummers. I just got to the train at Wimbledon. I spoke to Tom.